Well, let's take you now to Safari Valley Resort, which is buzzing with excitement as some 280 young students gear up to immerse themselves in nature. Last Friday, MGL Safari Valley Eco Initiative kickstarted in spectacular fashion, transforming the resort's vibrant landscape into a dynamic outdoor classroom. Well, today we're back there and Jackie is there for us. Jackie, tell me what's happening.
Well, Faustina, good morning to you and our lovely audience. We are currently at Safari Valley. Last week we were here and we started with 100 students, just as you rightly said. Today we have 280 students, a spark in the numbers today. We just finished touring the first camp, which is Camp Hiia. I'm here with the students. We just want to find out more from them. At least you're going to tell our audience what we just learned from Camp Hiia. These are students from Morning Star School. Now, let me start with you. But before we come to what we just learned, when you first entered Safari Valley, what was your first impression?
Well, I was quite astonished about the natural formation of the trees and the roads, which don't affect the grass and everything. But honestly, when I first entered, the first thing I saw was this peacock. I actually got deceived to believing that it was real, but then upon closer glance, I saw it was actually not, and I was actually disappointed because
I can see you are very dumbfounded by everything that's going on here. But let me speak to one of the ladies too. What was your first impression when you entered?
The trees. I'd say the trees because growing up, everywhere I went there were trees, and I love nature just like my dad. I was introduced to nature by him. And there was a chicken there. It was called the silky.
Yeah, the silky chicken.
I like how it interacts with other chickens, especially the chicks, how it interacts with the chicks.
Yeah.
Even if the chicks are not her own, she still interacts with them well.
Yes, that's the silky chicken. But then at the end of the day, we just started a tour. We have other different camps to go to. What are your expectations at the end of the day? What are you expecting to learn?
Well,
I'll hold it for you.
okay, all right. Well, I'm expecting to learn more about nature, more about like how this terrain is, about the eastern region, what plants, like indigenous plants that I can find here, some animals I've never seen before in my entire life. For example, that big chicken that we saw right there, that, like they said, it was the second largest chicken, which can also be found in the UK, and yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. But what about you? What activity? You know, there's still going to be fun activities. What activity are you expecting to do today?
I'm looking to interact with the animals, get closer to them, have more connection with nature, learn more about the sustainability, and have more fun than ever before. Thank you.
Okay. All right. What about you two? At the end of the day, what are you expecting to leave here with? What are you going to tell your friends?
Mostly, I would love to have more understanding about what goes on over here. I realize that this atmosphere is a very serene one, and I pray that I'll be able to learn to appreciate nature and animals, because I don't really like animals. But
oh, really? Why?
I don't know. They just don't correlate to me. But by the end of this, I pray that I would learn to understand their nature, how they act, and then I'll begin to like them.
Yeah, but after the first visit to Camp Hiia, where we are currently at right now, what has your view changed a little bit when it comes to animals?
It has, because I just realized how fascinating they are, and I'd really like to learn more about them.
Okay, interesting. You're home, you're missing out. You need to come to Safari Valley. Well, let me speak to you too. So far, we are just at one camp. We have other 3 or 4 more camps to go to. What have you learned so far?
I've learned that we have to keep our environment clean, and we have to make sure that there's no pollution, and we also have to make sure that we don't cut trees.
Okay, all right. Well, you've heard from the students. We have a lot more of the students trooping in. This is still the first batch. We just finished with the first tour. But just as I said, we have other camps to go to. We'll be seeing different types of animals. When you come to Safari Valley Resort, Safari Valley Eco Park, we have different types of animals. I mean, last week when I was here, I got to see different types of zebras, emus, ostriches and all that, which we'll get to see pretty soon if you stick with us. We're still right here at Safari Valley. Over to you back in the studio, Faustina.